Hey, share the warmth. Welcome to Tuesday Trainings. Tonight, I'm just gonna dive right into it. I'm a little bit behind, actually pretty good for time. I'm just gonna dive right into it. First of all, the In It to Win It challenge that we have been doing. Again, I missed coming in live to do the draw yesterday. I'm going to do that tonight, but I wanna post this video to YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dive right into our Tuesday training, and then I will end the live and pop back in again afterwards to do the real quick draw for the In It to Win It next week. Okay, back in your room. I know. Well, what do you want me to do? I'm busy right now. Go back into your room, read your book, and I will come and see you as soon as I'm done. Okay? I'm 20 minutes, half an hour. Okay, hug. I did put these kids to bed. Good night, kiddo.
But I'm not tired, I can't sleep.
I know. Read your book for now, okay? I'll come see you when I'm done. Love you. Close your door so you don't hear me. Okay, so we're going to talk about how and why you want to grow a team with your Scentsy business, and how that's going to in turn make you more money. It is a common misconception that you can make a lot of money with a direct sales business by just doing a whole lot of parties and putting in a bunch of orders. You can make decent money. You can make a good side hustle income by selling a lot and doing a lot of parties. But if you really want to make a career out of it, if you want to be able to work from home, if you want to be able to pay your bills and support your family and not have to go to a regular 9-to-5, if you want this to be your income, you have to grow a team. And I'm going to kind of break it down for you and explain to you really how much more money you can be making if you're growing a team, along with doing all of your own sales, and then kind of how to do that. So some tips and tricks on how to start growing your team. And if you guys have any questions while I'm chatting, just put them in the comments and I'll make sure I answer questions as we go. So first of all, I just want to cover some kind of basic terms that I'm going to be talking about for some of you who are newer. These are kind of important things to make sure that you understand right from the get-go. So PRV is personal retail volume. You're going to hear a lot of talk about PRV, and it's very important that you understand what it is, because that is how your sales are tracked. So PRV is a global point system that we use to track our sales over multiple currencies in different countries. So Scentsy is a global company. We have consultants in Canada, US, Mexico. We are in Europe. We are in Australia, New Zealand. We are global, all over the world. And so everyone sells Scentsy in different currencies. So in order to make it fair in terms of what we need to hit to reach our promotions and our bonuses, and also when we're talking about incentive points and things like that, we have the PRV system so that one warmer, the same warmer sold in every country, gives you the same PRV points. And then every country has its own peg rate to convert that PRV to dollars. So in the US, one PRV equals $1 US. In Canada, our peg rate is 1.32. So one PRV point is $1.32 in sales. I hope that makes sense. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Kim. So we track our sales in PRV. Everything that we talk about is PRV in terms of ranks and promotions and things like that. When you get paid, Scentsy takes your PRV, converts it to Canadian dollars, and then you get your commission, your 25% or 30% commission of the dollar value. Okay. But you're going to hear a lot of talk about PRV. So that's what PRV is. PWV is your personal wholesale volume. Your personal wholesale volume is 75% of your PRV. And your personal wholesale volume doesn't really play a factor until you start growing a team, because then you get bonuses on your personal wholesale volume based on your numbers. Then there's TWV and GWV. So you will also see, if you look in your performance reports in your workstation, team wholesale volume and group wholesale volume. So before you hit director, any level up to the director level, TWV and GWV is going to be the same thing, essentially. It is 75% of all of your team's combined PRV. So if you have 4 team members, so there's a total of 5 of you on your team, all of you put together, all of your PRV put together, 75% of that is your team wholesale volume or your group wholesale volume. Good, Melissa, I'm glad I answered a question. An active consultant is a consultant who has placed at least 200 PRV in that current month. So to be considered an active consultant, they have to have at least 200 PRV in for that month. Okay, so those are all of the basic things that you need to understand as we go forward and talk about all of the different ranks you can hit and promotions you can hit as you grow a team. So once you reach a title, once you hit your next level on the compensation plan, you reach that title, you keep that title no matter what. So if you promote to lead, your title is lead consultant from there on out, but you only get paid on the rank that you actually achieve each month. So your title could be lead. You hit lead in January, your title is lead. But then in February, if you don't hit all of the minimums that you need to be considered a lead consultant, you would be paid at the rank of certified consultant. If you hit lead again, then you get paid at lead. So your website will show lead consultant, but you have to actually reach those minimums every month to get paid at that level every month. Okay, so building a team, most important thing I want to say here, and probably one of the biggest things that I wish I had realized when I first started, don't wait to build a team. You do not have to be a pro. You do not have to be, someone who's been at this for years and knows the ins and outs of everything to start growing a team. The best possible time for you to start growing your team is right away. As soon as you start, Scentsy is the best time. If you've been at it for a while and still don't have a team, start now. Don't wait. Don't feel like you don't know enough. New team members can learn right along with you. And if they have a question for you and you don't know the answer, that's what I'm here to help with. You have a workstation full of answers. You have an awesome consultant support team full of answers. And you have a director. Hello, director. And everyone above us, our superstar director, Megan Clements, is also a huge help. So we are all here to help you. So if you have a new team member and they have a question and you don't know how to help them, we're a team, we're a family, we are all here to help them along at the same time. And then everybody learns together and everybody grows together. So absolutely do not wait to grow a team. Don't make that an excuse for yourself. And the quicker you start building a team, the more you're going to learn faster, because you're learning along with your team members. As they learn, you're learning together, and all of you are going to climb the compensation plan faster, the faster you grow a team. Also, when somebody joins your team and sees you having others join your team, they're going to realize that that's a good part of the business. That's something that they want to do as well, and they're going to kind of follow in your footsteps. So leading by example and constantly growing your team and getting more members added to your team is also going to help the people who are already on your team realize that they could be doing the same thing. Okay, you do not have to be a pro to grow a team. The best thing to do when you first start Scentsy is ask your best friend to join with you. Ask your mom to join with you. Ask your sister to join with you. Get your cousin to join. We all have that one really close person in our lives, or 2 or 3 really close people in our lives. Get them to start with you. You guys can start together, join under each other, and learn together. And it makes it a lot more fun when you have someone to work with that you're comfortable with. Doing it with your bestie is awesome. And then you can earn trips together. You can make more money together. It's always more fun when you do it with friends. And you automatically have that kind of accountability buddy and someone to support you when you have somebody join you right away. Okay, so how to make more money. First of all, you should always focus on aiming for 500 PRV every month. Even if you do not have a team yet, 500 PRV a month should be your absolute minimum, okay? Now, the requirements to remain an active consultant are a lot easier than that. But I'm saying if you really want to make money with this and you really want to grow a team, 500 PRV a month is what you're going to need to do once you have a team to get paid on your team. So it should always be a habit, minimum 500 a month. I set my goal higher than that. I always want to do at least 2,000. When you hit 2,000 PRV in a month, you get a 5% bonus on your pay. So you're not making 25%, you're making 30% on that whole 2,000 PRV. So that's always what I shoot for, is minimum 2,000. But absolute bare minimum, 500 should be your goal. And you should make a plan every month to achieve that 500 in the first 2 weeks, so that you have the last 2 weeks of the month to make up for anything that canceled or a party that flopped or whatever. We talked about front loading when we did our booking calendars week before. So doing 500 of PRV a month is going to get you a regular, nice sized paycheck, and it's going to get you in that habit of working your business consistently. If you focus on your own personal sales, you are going to be out there sharing the Scentsy love more. If you have a goal of 2,000 PRV every month, you're going to be doing parties, you're going to be talking to people, you're going to be meeting new people when you do those parties and booking parties with them. The more sales, personal sales that you do for yourself, the more you're getting yourself out there, the more you're expanding your network, the easier it gets to book more parties and keep that PRV rolling from month to month to month. It's really about the more you can do in 1 month, it's going to make it easier the next month to do more, and easier the next month to do more, because you're growing your network and you're talking to more people. The more you're out there sharing the Scentsy love and doing parties, the more hosts you're going to get, the more parties you're going to get, and the more people you're going to meet who are going to be interested in joining your team. And that's the biggest thing, is the more people you talk to, the more chance you're going to meet someone who wants this opportunity or needs this opportunity in their life. And we'll talk more, a little bit more about kind of how to bring it up in conversation and how to talk to those people about the opportunity. But I want to finish talking about all of the ranks in the compensation plan and how the math works to make more money with a team. So once you have a team, you need 500 PRV to get paid at title. So when you first start, you're an essential consultant. Once you hit your 1,000 lifetime PRV, you are bumped up to certified consultant. You make 25% commission on your sales from then on. There is a lot more opportunity to make a lot more money than 25% of your commission, okay? The next rank from certified is lead. So what the first thing you want to aim for is lead consultant. Lead consultant means you have to do 500 PRV in a month yourself. And you need 1,000 GWV. So remember, I explained GWV is your group wholesale volume. So it's 75% of everybody's combined PRV, everyone on your team. So you need 1,000, and you need one active frontline. So one person, a frontline is someone that you have personally sponsored yourself. So one person on your team that you have sponsored has to be active. So they have to have 200 PRV in that month. So you could hit lead with one person joining your team, and then you hit your 500 PRV, and as a whole, the two of you together make 1,000 GWV. Then you're promoted to lead. Okay, and that's the first big promotion in terms of being a leader and having a team under you. As a lead consultant, you get paid your 25% on your own sales, as always, but you also get a 2% bonus on your PWV, your personal wholesale volume. Remember, we explained that. So 75% of your PRV is your PWV. You get a 2% bonus on that, and you get a 2% bonus on anyone essential or certified under you on their TWV. You get 2% of that. And I'm going to kind of give examples afterwards to explain what I'm saying, explain these numbers. But so that's lead. The next step up from lead is star consultant. For star consultant, you need to hit 500 PRV. You need to have 2,500 GWV and 2 active frontline. So 2 people directly under you who have put in at least 200 PRV each. Once you hit the star level, you will get paid a 4% bonus on your PWV. You'll get paid a 4% bonus on anyone essential or certified under you, and a 2% bonus on anyone who is lead or above, lead under you. So you'll notice the higher you go up the compensation plan, you get paid on everyone who is one rank lower than you and under. Okay, and the percentages get lower, so you would get paid more on a certified consultant. So it's at the star level, you get paid 4% on certified consultants, TWV, but you get paid 2% on a lead consultant. But a lead consultant is going to have a higher TWV for you to get paid that bonus on, because they have 2 or 3 or 4 people under them making up that PRV. Okay. The level after star consultant is superstar consultant. Superstar consultant needs 500 PRV, 6,000 GWV, 3 active frontline. And then at superstar level, you get paid your 25% commission, plus you get a 7% bonus on your personal wholesale volume, a 7% bonus on all of your essentials and certifieds under you, a 5% bonus on your leads under you, and a 3% bonus on your stars under you. Okay, so do you see how that works? The percentages get higher the higher you go up the rank. Okay, at the director level, you need your 500 PRV, 2,000 TWV, and 10,000 GWV. So this director level is where the team wholesale volume and the group wholesale volume become different. For example, I am a director. If I have somebody under me who is also a director, my team wholesale volume is everybody under me except for that director and her team. My group wholesale volume is everyone including that director and her team. So that's where those two numbers start to change. You don't have to worry about that until you get higher up there, so don't stress over it if it doesn't make sense. And then 6 active frontline to be paid at director rank. But at director rank, you get paid a 9% bonus on your personal wholesale volume, 9% bonus on your essential and certifieds, 7% bonus on your leads, 5% on your stars, and 2% on your superstar consultants. So let's break that down a little bit, because it probably sounds confusing as heck. I feel like I went over it really quickly. And I have slides I'm going to post afterwards too with all of these levels on them, so you can actually see it and see how the numbers work. But I'm going to give you an example. And this is really, really basic example. It's a very, very basic example, and I'm going to give you numbers in terms of how much money you would make at each level. But keep in mind that once we get up there, once I'm talking about star consultant and superstar consultant, the numbers can really vary depending on how many of each rank you have under you and all of that kind of stuff. So this is just a very basic example of how we get paid and how your paycheck will be a lot higher if you have a team. Okay, so let's say you are a certified consultant and you do 4 parties this month. Each party was 500 PRV, so you hit your 2,000 PRV, which means you're going to get paid your 25% commission plus your 5% bonus for passing that 2,000 PRV. So your paycheck as a certified consultant doing 4 parties, 2,000 PRV, you're going to get paid $792 Canadian. Okay. If you were a lead consultant, you did the same 4 parties, each party was 500 PRV, you got in your 2,000 PRV for that month. You have 1 team member under you, and your 1 team member had 1,000 TWV. You're getting paid your 30% on your own sales, your $792. You're also getting paid your 2% bonus on your PWV, so that's another $30. You're also getting paid your 2% bonus on your essential and certified under you, your 1 team member, that's $20. Your total paycheck as a lead consultant with 1 team member is going to be $842. Okay, so as a certified consultant, same 4 parties, same sales, you went from $792 paycheck to $842 paycheck. Okay, if you were a star consultant, you did those same 4 parties, each party was 500 PRV, you got your 2,000 PRV for your own sales. You have 2 team members under you who are both certified consultants, and they each do 1,000 TWV. Now I'm keeping this as they each do 1,000 TWV throughout this just to keep it simple. Obviously those numbers are going to vary, right? As a star consultant with the same personal sales, those same 4 parties, you would make your 30% of your own sales, so $792. You'd get your 4% bonus on your PWV, which is $60. You'd get your 4% bonus on your frontline essential and certifieds, $80. Your total paycheck would be $932. Okay, so we went from $792 as a certified to $932 as a star with 2 team members. You see where I'm going with this? As a superstar consultant, if you were a superstar consultant, you did those same 4 parties. Each party was 500 PRV. You hit your 2,000 PRV in sales. You have 5 team members who are certified consultants, and they each do their 1,000 TWV. Keep it simple. You would get paid your 30% commission on your sales, so $792. You'd get paid a 7% bonus on your PWV. $105 is a bonus there on your personal wholesale volume. See how high that gets? You would get 7% on your essential and certifieds underneath you. So your frontline bonus, your team bonus would be $350. Your total paycheck would be $1,247. Makes a big difference. And this is, you're doing the same 4 parties. Your sales haven't changed. The only difference is that you have a team, okay? At the director level, same consultant, you do 4 parties, each party's 500 PRV, you hit your 2,000 PRV for the month. You have 12 team members underneath you who are certified consultants, and they each do their 1,000 TWV. Now again, this is where this is really gonna vary, and this is totally just keeping it very basic, because you're never gonna have 12 certified consultants who each do 1,000 TWV. Like, it's not gonna work out like that. But for example purposes, you would get paid your 30% bonus on your own sales, your $792. You'd get paid your 9% bonus on your PWV, which is a $135 bonus. You'd get your 9% bonus on your essential and certified frontline underneath you, which is $1,080. Your entire paycheck would be $2,007 for doing those same 4 parties at 500 PRV each. Same sales, same parties, same amount of work you're putting into your own business, but because you've grown a team, you've more than doubled your paycheck. So we went from a certified consultant doing 2,000 PRV at $792 to a director doing 2,000 PRV and getting paid $2,007. Okay, does that make sense? Is that kind of putting it into perspective for you guys? I have slides with these examples too, so I'm going to post this all afterwards so you can kind of see it and look back on it. But it really does make a big difference to have people join under you. Now, when your team bonus, the part of your paycheck that is paid on your team, surpasses your own PRV bonus, you know you're on the right track. Keep going. Because the bigger you grow your team, the bigger you grow your family, the higher that number is going to get. And you could sit there and still do your minimum 2,000 every single month, and you're going to see that number just get higher and higher and higher because you are helping others to do the same thing. And if you train your new team members right from the start to share the business opportunity and have people join them as well, those numbers are going to get even higher. Okay. Now I want to talk a little bit about asking people to join your team, because I know that's where a lot of people kind of let themselves down. You talk yourself out of it. You have to think of sharing the business opportunity as you're sharing an opportunity that can bless someone else just like it has blessed you. Okay, you can't think of it as like you're trying to get them to join your team. You need them to. You can't make it about you. That is the biggest thing, is you can't make it about you, because you don't know who really could use this or who really needs it. And it might not even be somebody who needs the extra income. It might be somebody who is just a stay-at-home mom and is just craving to get out of the house and meet new people and talk to grown-ups a little bit. It could be They don't need the money. They're well off. There are plenty of Scentsy consultants who started out as doctors and lawyers, and they had great careers and professions before they started Scentsy, but they just weren't happy doing it. They just might want something extra. Maybe they don't need the money, but they want some fun money. Maybe they want to be able to go out and get their nails done every month and not have to take that out of their family budget. Maybe they want to, have a girls' night and go out on the town every once in a while and not have to worry about taking that out of their household budget, right? So you really can't, you can't assume that somebody isn't gonna want it or need it, because you don't know until you talk to that person. So the biggest thing about getting people to join your team is not saying, you should join my team. It should be more about them. So it should be, how could Scentsy work for you? How could Scentsy fit into your life? How could Scentsy benefit you? So it's really all about just listening to people. Listen to what things that they say, pay attention to their social media, and then you can suggest it in a way that will explain to them how it would work for them and how it would benefit them, because the way that I needed it when I joined isn't going to be the same reason that someone else is going to want to join. It's going to be completely different for every single person. So you really can't just promote it as join my team, join my team, join my team. It needs to be, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? If I could help you make an extra $500 a month, what would you do with that? Okay, for some people, it's not even the money, it's the trips. They see all these people going on trips and they don't realize that they could be doing that as well. When I first started Scentsy, I thought the trips were for people who'd been at this for a long time. I thought it was for the pros, for the people way up high. I didn't think it was for the newbies like me. So I paid no attention to the trip points whatsoever my first year. And then I got a call from Megan Clements, my sponsor, and the very last month of our trip earning period, it's saying I only needed $1,000 in sales and I was on a free trip to the Punta Cana. Like, mind blown. So for me, that wasn't my motivation. My motivation was really money and income. But for someone, it might be the trips. So it's really just about having conversations with people and listening to them, and creating that relationship like you're doing with your customers anyway, and then finding out how you can suggest ways that Scentsy might help them. Okay, you cannot think of it as you are burdening them by asking them to join your team. You think of it as you are doing them a favor. If Megan had never asked me to join her team, when I first started, I placed an order. I got my warmer. It was supposed to be a gift from my mom, but I plugged it in and used it because it smelled so good. Fell in love with it. Immediately called Megan and said, I need to do a party. And I'm not a party person, but I needed to do a party. I needed more Scentsy. So she shipped me some stuff, and my party was going really well. And if Megan hadn't have asked me if I was interested in signing up and making that party my launch party, I wouldn't have asked her. I wouldn't have thought it was even an option. I would have put in my party and taken my host rewards, and that would have been the end of it. And I can't even tell you where I would be right now, 9 years later, so I'm incredibly grateful that she asked me. I never would have been annoyed even if I didn't want to and my answer had been no. You're gonna hear a lot of no's, and that's the thing that you really need to get comfortable with, because an analogy that Megan uses all the time, I remember her telling me this when I first started. If you think about the cashier at the grocery store who has the deal of the day that she has to offer to every single person that she checks through, how many people in a day do you think she offers that tube of toothpaste to? Hundreds, probably, right? Lots. How many people actually say yes and buy that toothpaste? I never do. I always say no to the deal of the day. But do you think that cashier who offered me that toothpaste and I said no, do you think that hurt her? Do you think that it affects her life in any way? No, she's gonna move on to the next customer and let it roll off her back. You know what I mean? Like, she still has a roof over her head, her family still loves her, nothing changes. It was a simple no and she moved on. Same thing with us. You're gonna hear a lot of no's, but the fact that you are talking about it with that person is a win. Because even if they say no, maybe they never thought of it before. Maybe they didn't realize it was an option. Maybe they didn't think that you could actually make money with this. But because you brought it up and suggested it, you've planted that seed in their head. And then 6 months from now, when their hours are cut back at work or whatever it might be, things change in people's lives all the time. So 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, as long as you are continuing that relationship with that person as a customer and you have planted that seed, they might call you up and say, hey, you remember when you talked to me about joining Scentsy? Can you tell me more about that? Okay, so it could take a planted seed years to blossom, or it could happen right away. And you might get those odd times where you talk to someone and they're like, yes, how do I do it? Sign me up right now. Okay, that's awesome. But a lot of the time, it's really just planting that seed and having the conversation about it and then letting that seed grow. And then you water it every once in a while. You check back in. So I keep a list on my iPhone, just in the notes program on my iPhone. And I just call it my lead list. And then anyone that I talk to about the business opportunity, I'll just write their name down on my little list, the date that I talked to them about it, and a couple of notes about what we talked about. And then every once in a while, I'll go through that list and I'll just follow up with those people. So, hey, you know, we talked a few months ago about Scentsy and you had some questions. Have you thought any more about it? You know, just check in with them. If you continue to water that seed consistently, eventually they might decide to join your team. And they might not ever decide to join your team. And that's totally fine too. But the more you talk about it and the more conversations you have about it, the better it's going to be. And it is all about those one-on-one conversations and making it personal and making it about them. Posting a join flyer on your Facebook and saying, hey, Facebook, join my team this month. Most of the time, that's not going to work. It's having the conversations with your customers on a consistent basis. If you have a customer who orders from you every single month, even if they're spending $40 every single month, that adds up. Go into your workstation, look at your customer order history. If you have the Amy follow-up app, actually, it even gives you, at the end of the month, it gives you your top customers for the previous month and how much they've spent. So go through your customers' order history and add up how much they've spent. If I can call my customer Sarah and say, Sarah, listen, you are an amazing customer. I really appreciate your business. Thank you for everything you do for my business. I just wanted to let you know that I have just realized you have spent $350 in the last 6 months on Scentsy. And most of the time they're going to go, oh my gosh, did I really spend that much? You don't realize it when it's little bits at a time. Have you ever thought about making money with Scentsy for yourself? That's always how I bring it up. Have you ever thought about making money with Scentsy for yourself? And see what they say, and then build on the conversation from there. You are not being pushy or salesy. You are helping somebody fill a need in their life. And that need could be a lot of different things, and Scentsy has a lot of different ways to fill those needs. But it's all about having those conversations. So the more conversations you have about the business, the more you're going to eventually get a yes and have someone join your team. If you don't ask, somebody else will. And I have had that happen too. I have had plenty of customers where I'm like, no, I'm not going to ask her. She probably doesn't want to. And then a couple months down the road, I see that same customer post on Facebook, hey guys, I'm now a Scentsy consultant. And I'm going, she didn't join under me. Who did she join under? Okay, somebody else asked. She said yes. If I would have asked, she would have been on my team. Okay, so you have to ask everybody, and you have to remember that if you don't do it, eventually somebody else is going to give them that opportunity. Whether it's another Scentsy consultant or whether it's another consultant with a different company, if it's something that that person wanted and you didn't ask them, they're going to find it elsewhere. So don't be scared to ask. Have the conversations. That's all I had in my notes, I believe. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about that at all? Anything at all? Like I said, I have the slides with the compensation plan ranks and the requirements for each one. And then I also have some slides with the examples I gave on the paycheck difference. So a certified consultant with 2,000 PRV is going to make $792. A director with 12 team members who each do 1,000 is going to make $2,007 on that same 2,000 PRV they did that month. It is really, really possible to make really, really good money with this if you are ready to grow a team and you are ready for it, even if you don't think you are, and I am here to help. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. The starter kits. Yay, Melissa handed out 3 packages this week. Awesome. If you guys haven't seen Melissa Hurry's live she did in the team page with her join packets, go back, just search Melissa Hurry, it'll come up. She showed how she did her join packets. And join packets are a really, really great thing to put together and just have on hand for when you have those conversations. You can hand somebody a little packet with information so they can take it home and look it over and then contact you when they have questions. Yay, that's awesome, Melissa. I wanted to mention really quickly about the starter kit options. So we have 2 starter kit options. We have the $129 kit, the regular kit. That's the big kit. And if they want to join with the regular $129 kit, they just go to your website. You have to have a PWS to have somebody join your team. If you are not subscribed to the PWS, go do it now. It's $12 a month, freaking worth it. So they go to your website, they click on join, they sign up for the $129 kit. Boom, you have a team member. There's also the host exclusive kit. And I did another video. I think I will post the link to that other video in the comments here so I don't have to go over it all again. But the host exclusive kit is kind of like a smaller mini kit. You still get a warmer and a bar of wax, and then you get all the testers and catalogs and all of that kind of stuff that you need. So it's a bit of a smaller, more essential kit, but it's only $77. And how that works is you use host rewards to go towards that $77 kit. So you suggest to your customer that they host a party first. Try it out, see how you like it, see how your friends react to it, see how your party goes. If your party went really well and you decided you want to sign up, we can use your host free credit towards that $77 kit. So if you have $50 in host free credit, that starter kit is only going to cost you $27. $27 to start a business. And if you flip that party order to your host, they still have the half off items that they've earned to use on other things. And you flip that PRV over to that host as well. So they sign up for $27. They still get to use their half price items, and they automatically have PRV in before their kit has even shipped to them. It is the best possible way to get somebody off to a really, really great start as a new consultant. And if you have a host who you haven't talked to about joining, and you're putting in their host order and closing that order, ask them if they are interested in the host exclusive kit, because they have a really great opportunity with that party order that they already have to start a business. Yes, you yourself are going to lose that party order, but it is so worth it to have a team member than to have one party order. Sales are your income for today. Parties are your income for tomorrow. Team members are your income forever. Forever and ever and ever. It keeps going. Okay, and there is a really, really great way that you can use that host exclusive kit to offer a host exclusive kit to someone who maybe hasn't had a party. So if you have your own orders, just all of your random customer orders that you've collected throughout the month to put in, you can use the host exclusive kit on your own party order and give it to someone. Make them your host and offer them that discounted kit. And I did a video about that. I'll post that in the comments because I could talk for an hour about that. But that's it. So if you guys have questions afterwards, if you're watching the replay, comment replay in the comments just so I know who watched the replay. But feel free to ask questions and share what's working for you. Share how many people you asked. Share a response you got. Share an excuse somebody gave you. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we are working on growing our teams. The starter kits are transition starter kits right now. We have 10 more days left in January. So anybody who joins with either the regular kit or the host exclusive kit in January gets the full fall winter kit, but they also get the new spring summer transition testers and a full pack of the spring summer catalogs for free at no extra cost. So they can start now. They have everything they need to do their launch party in January, and then they still have all the supplies they need going forward into the new spring summer catalog that starts on February 1st. So I call it a supersize kit. We have 10 days left of the supersize kit. So make sure you are talking to everybody and letting everybody you know that they have the chance to get a supersize kit if they join Scentsy in January. So that's it. I'm going to log off. I will pop back in really quickly to do our In It to Win It draw that I missed from yesterday. And that's all. Have a wonderful night, guys.